Just about to kick off, and there we go. Perfect timing. Round of applause, please. Lower bracket finals here. Cooler from Russia versus Stermy from Italy. And we are a little bit late on this one. The tournament's run a little bit long, but certainly I'd rather have a tournament with some great games running longer than not at all, and that's certainly what we've had at QuakeCon 2010. Nice start from both players and trading some good damage, but look at the rocket there from Cooler. It's going to allow him to follow up with an LG kill, and he opens up the score after 30 seconds. But Stermy, not content with that, tried to get back into into the face of Cooler to do some damage, but it wasn't going to happen, and Cooler hits a crucial route as well off the spawn that Stermy just got. So Cooler can really lay down some pressure here. Sturmy's in trouble.
Yeah, wow, what a shot again. In my opinion, it's really important for Sturmy to get off to a good start in this map because he is one of those emotional kind of players that he can fall into a rut if things start off really terribly bad for him. And, even with that said, though, he's not the kind of person to give up either. So the fact is, we've seen him lose one map before and then come back super strong, like we saw him do actually a little bit earlier on today as well. So right now it's 4-0, 8 minutes 50, still a long, long time here on aerowalk to go. But right now it's all about Cooler. He's got that 4-point lead. He's actually going to do some damage down onto Stermy there, who is by that yellow armor. And these green armors, they're not worth all that much, but when you stack a couple together, you've got yourself 50 armor. So for a player like Cooler, who's in control right now, denying that little bit of armor here and there is really, really, really huge.
I mean, that 25 armor over by the yellow side, that pretty much is the buffer that you need on top of your 50. Because if you know your opponent's got his 100 armor and you've just got 50, even if you rail him once, it's not that big of a deal. So you need to make sure that you can get the 25 as well as the yellow. And Stermy, really nice play there, actually, forcing Cooler away from the red armor. He's going to pick that one up for himself. But Cooler, he's got a lot of angles here with the railgun, and he's been so much more impressive thus far with the railgun. Percent-wise, he might not be hitting more, but he's certainly fired way more shots and connected with eventually more. And there you go. Stermy does get a frag as Cooler comes through the teleporter. Patience paid off there in that time. And even now, Stermy could get a railgun shot and get a kill hit. Goes aggressive and gets the rocket kill. Cooler didn't want to go for the teleporter because if he did, he would have given up on the mega. And there's an LG stream that will catch Cooler going over to the red. And this is how quickly this map can turn around, Joe Aerowalk. Yep. It's a fast action. And 10 minutes of intense fighting. And Stermy brought back 3 very, very quickly.
Here we see again those defensive grenades from Cooler that have been quite damaging before in the previous games. But you look at Sturmy's health and armor, really, really big stack. And once he gets up towards his 200, he's going to look really good. Really, and he'll actually drop down there. Great little bit of play to pick up that extra frag and bring him level here with Cooler. There's a mega health, and red armor's been on its platform for a while, but here comes Cooler. Those grenades going to do a lot of damage. Cooler going to take this fight, and actually Stermy down to 50. Managed to hold on there at the end with the LG, but Cooler's going for the pressure.
So good. Absolutely brilliant stuff there from Stermy. I mean, just managing to get the kill before the 225 pickups. There comes finally a kill back from Cooler, though. To put himself 1 frag close to 6-5, but Stermy just putting down the rockets and laying a lot of damage down outside of the railgun, and that's actually catching Cooler off because Cooler's coming through expecting to get an easy railgun shot, but he's actually met by the rocket of Stermy, and that's helped him get a few kills here. So Stermy 7-5, playing very, very good, hitting a nice railgun shot there as well. He's actually up to a 43% roll, and actually look at that, just ate as we compliment the rockets of Stermy. Cooler puts one out himself as well. 3 impressives there for Stermy, and yeah, great kill. And that's the problem that Cooler's finding. He is being out-aimed by the railgun here by Stermy, and this is a huge map to have a really powerful railgun on.
I tell you what, if you've got rockets, LG and rail all up in the kind of 50, high 40s almost, then you're going to be doing very, very well. Here comes Stermy once again with the LG. He's currently 3 frags in the lead as we're 30 seconds away from that half time. Stermy will dodge that 1 rocket, and Cooler, we mentioned that already, that extra 25 armor here and there can really help it when you're trying to get back the control of a map. And Stermy really playing with Cooler, and that's a nice move. Back and forth through that teleporter, and he's going to come out again. Cooler stood right in front of him, and well, Cooler getting a rocket very, very close range, splattered all over the floor.
A little bit unfortunate for Stermy that his railgun didn't hit there. It looked like he had it pretty set up nicely. And there you go. That's a very crucial kill, just picking up the frag before the Mega spawns, and he's going to be able to move on to the red. Nice jumping rocket shot, followed with an LG, and just absolutely perfect play from Sturmy. You know, he doesn't hesitate, Sturmy, against Cooler, and that's quite an impressive feat in itself, because he knows that, you know, Cooler has 1 to 2 options in these fights, and, you know, Sturmy makes a move on him, hits a good rocket, and follows up. And if Sturmy, if Cooler makes the right defensive option, then he doesn't get killed, but he makes the wrong one, Sturmy gets the kill. And that's really why he's just running away with the score here, because he's putting Cooler in that position. It's either, you know, survive or die. And even if he survives, it's not great.
Wow,
there comes a
again.
rocket jump up, and Sturmy shuts him down, and that's going to bump his LG, you know, 39%, 52 on the railgun. And, you know, Cooler, on the other hand, if you're wondering why he's being out-aimed and out-fragged here, he's got 30% railgun, 33% LG, and 28% rocket launcher. And that doesn't even compare to Sturmy, who's sat in the 40s and 50s.
Yeah, and, you know, Sturmy's managing to avoid a lot of these rockets, grenades, things like that Cooler's been putting down for him. And that's, I think, a big part of how Cooler won these games before. You know, those spam rockets and grenades were really doing a lot of damage to his opponents, and Sturmy seems to be reading Cooler very, very nicely so far in this map.
I wonder if that rocket launcher hit and actually flicks him over to the end of the ledge, and either way he got the kill, and I think he got some damage off the spawn. No, I actually didn't get any damage off that rocket off the spawn. Cooler still sits. He had 100 and went down, was 100, and now it's been nullified. But Sturmy's also kept true to Mega. Like, Sturmy's always been going towards that Mega. He hasn't stayed to get red and give away Mega. It seems like he values Mega way more than any other item on the map, or at least, you know, in terms of items you can pick up to defend yourself. Weaponry, it seems like he's been very good with the railgun. Cooler almost had a shot available there, and Sturmy is going to crater. So 9 frags of difference in 3 minutes. This is, you know, Sturmy cannot think he's won this whatsoever, despite how good he's done. The best thing he can do is just slow it down. Get the yellow, get the 25, but just, it's important not only to get that, but not to let your opponent have a stack. And look at this.
Brilliant.
Classic move here on aerowalk to do that through the teleporter. And he's done it successfully and got the frag, and that just makes it so much harder for Cooler.
Well, Cooler's had that last Mega health away, and Sturmy, not what you'd call healthy at the minute, hanging around 50 and 50. That's a great rocket again, though, from Sturmy. Is Cooler going to try and muscle his way in? 5 seconds for that red armor to spawn. Good rockets put down from Sturmy again. Rocket. And is he going to go for the peak with the rail? No, he's not. Cooler will be letting onto that red armor, but look at that shot again. Perfectly lined up here from Sturmy, whose rail is still hovering around 50%. Here comes Cooler once again. Sturmy going aggressive. Wow. Didn't quite work out for him. And once again, we're back to that 9 frag difference.
And Cooler got that frag with 56 health to his name, and that he actually, you know, Sturmy had a few rocket shots that didn't hit, so that really could have been the end of the game here had Sturmy have connected. Maybe it still is with 2 minutes left. 9 frags of difference. We've been in this situation before in terms of frag difference, but Cooler, you know, now running out of time. It's all about the clock, and that is running down. So here we go.
Cooler's only getting to see the top of Sturmy's head recently. Managing to evade him quite nicely. And it's always difficult, I think, to put that pressure onto him when Sturmy, he knows all he needs to do is hang on for this 1 minute 23. He'll have the odd peak with the railgun, but as far as, you know, showing himself goes, he's not going to do that. And you can see now Cooler chasing him down, but Sturmy just running rings around that central pillar. And Cooler just got to hope that he can get lucky and catch up with Sturmy, which it looks like he could do here, but Sturmy dropping the rockets down, and it'll be a rail at point-blank range. And there goes the frag advantage for Sturmy back into double figures at 16 to 6. He's got himself the red armor now, Cooler. And Sturmy's still not healthy.
I got it. If the next map's Furious Heights T7, right?
Yeah. Sturmy's in a great position.
Yeah, because I actually think that's Sturmy's map choice. I'm sure it is. But I'm just not sure, but it's very surprising.
It is.
Okay.
I'm getting confirmation from admins.
Ah, okay.
Good job, guys.
Good job, admins. But yeah, so that's a map that Cooler never really liked. So I'm just, why would Cooler want to pick this versus Sturmy? I guess he's
played well on it today. Maybe he was thinking something that he feels comfortable on rather than something that Sturmy isn't.
But Sturmy has Sparty's aim, but he's, you know, doesn't take the risk Sparty does, and right now he's actually, you know, bought a better aim than Smarty brought to the game. I mean, Smarty had some very impressive shots, but it wasn't like as consistent. And as we move into the final few seconds, this one will finish up, and Stermy from Italy will take it 16-7.